Let's start with the first effect. For that, create an adjustment layer and drag it to your timeline above your clip. Then go to the effects and look for the posterized time effect and drag it to the layer. In the effect controls, you set the posterized time to around 6. This depends on how strong you want the effect. Next, you look for the strobe light effect and drag it to the layer. Set the settings on blend with original to 90, strobe duration to 80, random strobe to 50, and the strobe layer to make layer transparent. Once you did this, you go back to the effects and search for the black and white effect. Drag this effect to the adjustment layer. It will make your footage black and white, which seems really cool. Next, go again to the effects and search for the noise effect. Bring the noise level to around 25 to make the footage not too digital looking. Let's see how it looks now. Okay, let's jump to the cutout animation effect. Go to the last frame of your first clip and make a right click and click on Add to Frame Hold. This will freeze the last part of it. Drag it few frames and make it longer. Leave 2 frames between the cut and drag the first picture above the clip. Highlight the picture and go to the effect controls and find a good position on the frame of your clip. On the opacity, you click on the mask tool and now you cut out your object. Just find an interesting part of your picture and cut it out. You don't have to be accurate since this effect is very fast. When you are done, you set the mask feather to 0. You can still play a bit with the position and scale to find your final position. Once you are done, make sure to go 2 frames to the right and drag the other picture on top of the first picture. If you want the effect longer, go 3 or 4 frames to the right. Same procedure with the second picture. Go to the effect controls and find first a good position for it and play with the scale and rotation. When you are done, you go again to the masking tool and draw a mask around the object. Then again, find the final position. This really depends on your taste. Play with the scale, rotation, and position. You can also leave the mask feather on 10 this time. When you are done, move 2 frames to the right and drag the third picture above the second. Again, play with the motion and find the position for this. You can even overlay it to the other ones. Then draw a mask. Do the same technique with the other pictures. I would recommend to add at least 5 pictures for this animation. When you are done, you can pimp some pictures with the black and white effect. Just drag the effect on the picture you want. Then, which effect also fits is the noise effect. Drag it to the first pictures and in the effect controls, set it to 25%. Copy now the noise effect and paste it to the other pictures. The length after the last clip I would set around 3 or 5 frames. Don't let it stay too long, this would look cheap at the end. Drag now all the pictures to the same length. Make sure to also shorten the first frame hold. After this effect, you could start with another clip so you have the perfect transition. Let's do the flicker effect now. For that, zoom the timeline so you see every frame. Now you make a cut on every frame till how long you want the effect. In this example, I go with around 1 frame, but you can even go every other or third frame. The longer you make it, the slower it will be at the end. Since we want it fast, we go every frame. When you are done, you need to delete now every other frame so we have a gap between them. Let's make small adjustments, and that's actually the effect. Time for the jump cut effect. This effect works best when you have a moving clip. Move 5 frames and make a cut on the clip. Now move few frames and make another cut. Delete the rest and drag the clip to the first part. Move another 5 frames and make a cut. Then again, move some frames and make another cut. Continue the steps till you are on the end of your clip or object. It looks already very dope. We can make this even look better. For that, go to the effects and search for the brightness and contrast effect. Drag it to the second clip and go to the effect controls. There you go to the first frame and set the brightness to 40 and contrast to 40. Move then 1 frame and put both to 0. Once you did this, every cut should have a nice flash. But first, copy it and drag it to the other clips. For this effect, create an adjustment layer and drag it above your clip. Go to the effects and search for the noise effect. Drag it to the adjustment layer. In the effect controls, you set the noise to 30. Your footage looks now noisy. Next, go back to the effects and look for the grid effect, which is available in older versions of Premerie, but in the description you can find the Obsolete effects for free, so you can have the older effects from Premerie. Drag it to the layer and go to the effect controls. There you set the anchor to 1920 and 1080, the size from to with slider, the width to 4, the border to 1, and the blending mode to overlay. When you are done, your footage should look like this. Next, you look for the mosaic effect in the effects panel. Drag it to the adjustment layer and go to the effect controls to make some adjustments. Set the horizontal blocks to 400 and vertical blocks also to 400. Last, you search for the black and white effect and drag it to the adjustment layer. Let's do now the shake effect. For this, create an adjustment layer and drag it to the timeline above your clips. Make it 6 frames long and drag it to the end of the first clip. Copy 2 times and drag the copied clip to the end and the other one at the beginning of the second clip. In the effect controls, you look for the shake effect pack. I created over 20 shake effects from light till hard aggressive. Perfect for music videos or other videos. You can find the link in the description. Just drag and drop them to the layer. See how fast you can create this effect. Then copy again the last adjustment layer a few times so we can now add more shake effects. Find a random position and add now a hard shake effect. Just play a bit with the adjustment layers and find the right position for the effects. They are working really well when you cut them to the beat of your video. This will make it very unique. The information you can find in the description. Make sure to check them out and download them. Don't miss the chance for this effect and save it in your Premerie Pro software. It's time for the zoom effect now. For this, we create an adjustment layer and drag it to the timeline. Make it 10 frames long and drag it to the end of the first clip. Then copy it and make sure the other part of the adjustment layer is on the beginning of the second clip. Copy the adjustment layer again and bring it to the end of the clip, and copy it once again and bring the other layer to the beginning of the next clip. Copy the adjustment layers one more time and drag it between the clips too. Now go to the effects panel and search for my essential effects and transition pack, where you can find around 50 effects. Open the zoom folder and there you can see 7 zooms which are perfect for your project. When you open them, you see you need to drag the left effect to the left adjustment layer and the right to the right one. The link is in the description. Make sure to check them out and enjoy this nice effects with only drag and drop them. Next, we are going to do some hard wipes, which are also a must-have. For this, create an adjustment layer and drag it above your clips. Make the layer also 6 frames long. Then go to the effects panel and search again for the essential pack, where you can find around 50 effects, including some hard aggressive wipes. Copy the adjustment layer and drag and drop some random wipes to the adjustment layers. The layers you can drag between 2 clips. Then play a bit with them till you like the outcome of it. You can work with only 1 wipe, or you drag more wipes in a row, so it will make the effect even more aggressive. Just make sure to always make the adjustment layers 6 frames long. In the description, I give you the link to this pack where you can download it. Once again, these wipes are the perfect match for music videos or sport videos. Check them out and let me know in the comments. Okay, for this effect, you need few clips and also the picture frame effect pack, which you can download in the description. There you see 5 folders. In the first folder, you see vertical and horizontal templates for this effect. Each folder have 10 picture frame effects, which you only need to drag and drop to your timeline. Templates are coming with sound effects and some animation to bring your video to a new level. Drag the effect between 2 clips. You will see 4 clips for this template. Let's do first our pictures. For that, we just screenshot some frames from the clips. Click on the photo icon and make a screenshot. The pictures will appear on your project menu. Go through your footage and make some screenshots. If you have enough screenshots, we start with the effect now. For this, make a double click on the first picture. You see a gap, and in this gap, we will now add one of our pictures with the same length. Make sure to not touch the adjustment layers so the effect is working smooth. Play with the position so the picture is in the frame of the picture overlay. When you are done, close the sequence and continue with the next one. Double-click on the next picture frame and look for another picture screenshot we just did. Drag it between the gap with the same length of the layers. Find again a good position for the picture and close the sequence again. Double-click on the next picture clip. Find again a picture and drag it between the gap. Also, here find a position and fill the picture frame. You see how easy it is to use them. Let's continue with the last picture by double-clicking it. Find a picture and drag it to the timeline, and also here check the position. When you are done, you are all set and the effect is done. Check it out. Looks already very dope. This pack comes with sound effects too. Check the link out in the description. Let's add another picture frame effect. For this, open the folder and find another template which you like. I also created some Polaroids which you can also use. Here we do the exact same procedure. Drag and drop the effect on the timeline and open the first picture clip and drag your footage inside the gap with the same length of the layers. Find a good position so the picture fills the picture frame. Also check out the other templates. This effect is always a nice switch between the basic effect you know. It can tell a good story, and this effect is used in a lot of viral videos. I put you the link in the description, and there you will also see a deeper, slower tutorial. Make sure to download it and save this effect for your future projects. Crazy, right? This pack comes with sound effects too, and I also put you some nice film burns in it so you can combine this effect with it and make it even more dope. It comes for your horizontal and vertical projects. Simply drag the film burns on your timeline and find a good spot for them. You can use them on top of the picture frame effect or right after it. This is just a matter of taste. Get inspired by me and find your own style. In the effect controls, you only set the blend mode on screen, then you will see our footage. Let's see how it looks now with the film burn effect. You make some adjustments till you like it. You can copy the film burn or drag another one of the folder and drag it to the first picture frame effect if you want. You can also copy the sound effect of it. Also here, play with the length of it and then enjoy this effect. The last effect, what we're gonna do now, is the Opium strobe effect. Create an adjustment layer and drag it above your footage. Go to the effects panel and search for the threshold effect, which you can find in the obsolete effects of the older version of Premerie Pro, but I linked you these effects, so you have them too. Go to the effect controls and open the level panel and play with the slider of the threshold effect till you see your object a bit brighter. This depends on your style. Go back now to the effects panel and search for the noise effect and drag it to the adjustment layer. Make the noise level around 35% till your footage looks a bit noisy. Next, search for the strobe light effect and drag it also to the adjustment layer. The strobe light effect will make your footage a bit flashy. You can also use this effect for other effects, just be creative. In the effect controls, we also make some adjustments here. Set the blend width original to 90, the strobe duration 80, the random strobe to 50, and the strobe operator to make layer transparent. Enjoy this effect now.